Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm starting my Assassin's Creed Syndicate review. Before I start this video, I just want to say please leave a like, subscribe, and I'm going to reach to 500 subscribers. Alright, let's jump right into it. Sorry, my voice. I don't know. Starting off with the story, this game's story really doesn't, I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't have, like, a compelling story. It's just more of a save London from this threat, you know? Um, we're assassins from London, but we don't reside fully in London anymore, at least. Our parents were assassins who did reside in London. Um, After all these years, Jacob and Evie Fry, twin assassins, go back to London to save it from Crawford Steric, the main villain in the game. We are accompanied by Henry Green, another fellow assassin who introduces us to a lot of people. And Jacob is more focused on taking over London back to the people, while Evie is more focused on finding the pieces of Eden, in this case the Shroud of Eden. And from there we just start assassinating fellow Templars until we get to Crawford Steric. That's literally the whole game. Modern day wise, Sean and Rebecca, and I believe is Bishop from the last game, are also trying to locate the Shroud of Eden, but they lack knowledge of where it is until they find it. But when they do find it, they find it using the memories of the Fry twins. But once they do find it, they realize that Sigma team has already beat them there. Ottoberg and the other people are there. They almost successfully complete the mission until it goes wrong, and the Templars actually took off with the Shroud. And yeah, that's basically where the game ends. We don't know what happened to Sean or Rebecca. It's also that stuff with Juno, which I am told goes nowhere in the game, so I'm not even gonna mention anything about that. Side missions were okay. They weren't really fun, I would say. I know I didn't do much of them, but yeah. Yeah, that's the story. I'll give the story like a 5 out of 10. There's really no story, but I love a good, like save the world type of thing. Yeah, it's really cool. Mechanics wise, I want to talk about 4 mechanics in the game. The first one is combat. The combat has the same controls as Unity's combat, but this one's more beat up. It really doesn't have like special animations. It's just beat these guys up and then leave. It was way quicker, more easier. I just feel like it lacks the realism of Unity. And yeah. Next, I want to talk about traversal and parkour. The parkour in this game is really good when you do parkour. But the thing is, buildings in this game are really spaced out in streets, making it hard to jump from a building to another. So they invented the what is it called? The grapple gun or something like that. I think that's Batman. I don't know what it's called. The grapple blade. I don't call it that. The grapple blade. And I feel like that, like, it makes sense for the time period, structurally, but I don't think a lot of fans of Assassin's Creed are happy with it because they don't really get to experience the parkour. And then another thing is too, when you do experience the parkour, it's really specific on what it wants you to do. Most moves aren't allowed, like most moves aren't uh, able to be done. You can't jump off of buildings, which it's good to not die, but um, it just makes the game less fun. I'm not gonna lie. And then um, the last thing I want to talk about is stealth. The stealth in this game is actually really good. I really enjoy the stealth. I feel like this game has done the stealth best out of all Assassin's Creed games. You can crouch, you can hide behind stuff, you can use throwing knives, you can use barrels, you can use whistles. You can pretty much do a lot of things. You can kidnap and then like basically like walk through with no problem. It does get frustrating at some points, but it's really good stealth. Probably the best in the whole series. And yeah. Background about this game. I don't really know much of the background, but what I do know is it had a 60 frames per second update, and that was a really good update. Mechanics wise, I'll give it another 5 out of 10. Graphics and background wise, I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10. My overall ranking for the game is gonna have to be a 6 out of 10. This game is a really fun game, but it lacks story, it lacks replayability, I'm not gonna lie. It lacks, what else does it lack? It lacks combat aspects. Yeah. I really liked the skills in this game and upgrading your stuff. I really love the stealth, but apart from that, that's pretty much it. Yeah. 6 out of 10. Love this game, but you know, there's way better options. I would still prefer this game over Unity, though. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, there you guys have it. That's my ranking for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. 6 out of 10. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please leave a like, subscribe, comment what's your ranking of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Make sure to turn on post notifications. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. Make sure to send this with all your friends and family. With that being said, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Wait, no. I'll see you all in Assassin's Creed Origins. Peace out.